the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Flush to his right. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try.
Touchdown, Browns! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Browns add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play action now, Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Buying time to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Touchdown!
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Prescott now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Prescott. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play of the half, Prescott. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Jackson now. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Browns 17. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. There's Beckham, great grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 13-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on fourth. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Didn't get the touchdown, but a big first down, and now they're 6 feet away from the end zone.
And a little bit of momentum as well. To get down to the 2-yard line, first and goal. Playbook's open now, right? What do you want to call? You want to call power? You want to call quarterback run game? Do you want to throw the ball? The entire playbook is available for the play caller.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. McLaughlin for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you...
Touchdown, Browns! Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Parker got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 78 yards. And the Ravens on one play have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Browns 31. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Dak. Pass complete to Chubb.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Prescott.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Dak.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Browns are going to have a first down.
Now Prescott.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
They're going to try and run for it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
On second down now, Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play